Hey everybody, this is Grace. Pardon all the noise. In this video, I'm going to talk about people who have a lot of nerve. Okay, a lot of nerve to think that things should be the way that they think they should be. Okay, a person thinks it should be this way because that person thinks so. Okay, and I'm not talking about, like, well, let me get into it. First of all, I did make a video similar to this. I'm not sure if I put it up on which channel, but it's a different story about why people, when they do something and it's a little bit twisted, okay, that they do that. Okay, and I think I did it more than once on different ones. Let me get to this part. Okay, now imagine there's this woman, and she is known, she makes videos, she's known for calling people out on their bad behaviors. That's what she wants to do. That's what she wants everybody to know that she does. And that's what she states she does. She points out their bad behaviors. Now would be around her mother's age. Okay. She's an adult around her mother's age. Now she makes it well known how she sees things and how they should be. And yet this, in the same breath practically, or at least the same video, you can make videos on various social media platforms, but she will say things that are so hypocritical. We all can do that. If you talk about this kind of topic, yeah, you're going to be up under, scrutiny of other people, and they're going to find something somewhere, somehow, not somehow, but somewhere, yeah, because we all are not perfect. Anyway, now she puts herself out as though she is. Okay, she knows exactly all about human behavior and how people should be. Okay, yet, here's an example of a yet. She tells older adults, around her mother's age, which would be around my age, not to use dated, I'm just going to call it slang, terms, words, expressions, whatever. I'm just going to call it all slang. Okay. Now, really, excuse me, she tells older adults that they should not use dated slang. At least she didn't say outdated, as in, yeah. But dated, not modern enough. For whom? Exactly. Now, there may be other people, but I'm not talking about other people. Other people who think the same way. That people in my generation, or say Gen X and up, they're dated. Their terms and all that. Now, hold on a second. So we need to all learn the current terms, like yours, determine current slang, like yours. But you can't learn the slang we use often. Man, it would seriously make us much more, shall I use the term my mother used to use? Hip? Seriously. We have to learn theirs, but they don't have to learn ours. What is that? Yeah. What is that? What would you call it? I know what I would. Certainly know what I would. Okay. Now, some of these I looked up, okay? Because I have heard them used in various ways from people like her, okay, who believe that, people like me use language that is dated and therefore should not be used. Okay, such as, I could say, well, I don't want to be that woke. Well, that would be wrong. That would be, oh my goodness, that would be reason for her to pounce on me because I misused a word. Okay, you're going to be 2020 there. Catchphrase 2020? Boy, I can't even remember. I'm kind of tongue-in-cheek in all this, by the way. But Oh, there's another one. I shouldn't use that one either because that's going to give her a reason. She therefore has the right to jump on me on all these. Woke, oh, wow. Because it's not like she would do. Anyway. But woke, actually, I look up some of these up. I didn't have to with all of them. But woke is actually about racism. To be aware of racism. Now, okay. But it's kind of like the way they call people Karen. Karen started off, from what I remember, about racism, basically. That's what I remember. It wasn't all that long ago. But now it's attack on middle-aged white women who actually, they want to say they're all entitled, but actually don't want to be mistreated. Like when people, I recently saw someone call a middle-aged white woman a very bad letter word. The third letter. I'm starting to not even want to say that at all. And she thought that was wrong. She's right. That is verbal abuse. Period. End of story. Social behavioral scientist here, by the way. Okay. But no, that was okay. And to some of these people, well, to her, let's just say to her, making fun of somebody's hairstyle, their hair, a woman going bald, saying that this is all up for grabs. This is all. And plus, oh, by the way, according to this person, this woman, if you're on social media, you need to know you will be trolled by anybody. Because that's what it's set up for. No, you're wrong. And putting stuff out there like that, and let me give you some lectures. Putting stuff out there like that, stating that because you're online, that's like saying boys will be boys. You're giving them permission, and that's is supposed to be accepted as a norm. That is wrong. Let me get back to this part. Okay, and I've also heard more than one say this, that you throw some shade on a person. It was like, as if I had said, I'm not going to say these people's names or their, where I found them or where I heard them, what channel name or whatever they call them, wherever, because I don't want to throw them some shade. Now, I've heard that, from what I understand, is supposed to mean when somebody's basically being really snide, rude, snarky, whatever you want to call it, along that line. But to some of them, it seems like they don't want to give that person, like to say their channel name so people go and watch them. Like, I'm going to use channel because that's the one I know that it's common. They don't want to go, send other people in their direction because they don't want them to have the watch time. Some of them will use it that they are throwing them some shade so that people will. Okay. So do my generation suppose, people say Gen X and up, we're supposed to know what all these mean, but what, you don't really? Tongue in cheek, I'm telling you seriously. Yeah, anyway, I wrote some little notes on this. But basically, this woman is a bully. She's been told she's a bully. She, nope, she is not a bully. She laughs about it. She says, of course, the whole thing of turning it back around on them. They're just trolls. This is so disgusting. I've seen it so many people, so many times. Okay, but she is, in my view, a bully. And, she's a bully who lacks self-awareness. Let me use that term. Self-awareness. Anytime it seems like these days when somebody disagrees with them, they lack self-awareness. Do they even know what self-awareness means? But anyway, not everybody. Remember, not everybody Just these who do this. Okay. But she lacks self-awareness concerning her own bad behaviors. Okay, her own behaviors that are bad, that are give people reason to say you are a bully. She even used those words, picks on. Okay, and she does. She picks on people. To me, if I were one of those, I would say, first of all, that she does quite a bit of invasion of privacy, and she is cyberbully. She's cyberbullying them. Really. I mean, in some of the things, she's right. You know, what she says, because there's evidence there that, yes, this person has done this. This person has been a hypocrite, and this person has lied, this person has whatever, or that person, however many people, she's going to have a long list of people that she does this to. Okay. True. I see it. Saw it. Came straight from the horse's mouth. Oh my goodness, there again, I used one of those dated terms. God. Shame on me. I need to find one that is more modern. Okay. Tongue in cheek. Anyway, oops. That is one. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm reading my notes here. If I could read them, I don't have a reader's on. Oh my goodness, I'm at that age. Oh my goodness, that's something they can pick on. You know, when I laugh like this, you know, especially if I'm doing tongue-in-cheek. I know I could have that wrong. Oh my goodness, what if I even have that wrong? They're gonna pounce. Oh no. Anyway, but they do see things that anybody who does anything, they deserve. They have it in their mind. They deserve to be picked on. Now, you're the one who's pointing out people's bad behaviors. Oh, I've already said that. Shouldn't repeat myself either. Okay. Wow. Anyway, now recently, okay. Now recently, this young whippersnapper, I know I got that one right, but let's bounce on her. She's actually using an expression her mother used, and maybe her mother's mother. Oh, so dated. That's a shame. Only use modern. Anyway, recently she said something that when I have not heard since I was a child. Okay, when a child, say maybe young adulthood, but I think it was more like a child. And I wish I had written it down. I do wish I had written it down, because I can't remember what it was. It's something that I hadn't heard since way back when. And I have a feeling that was very local. Okay, this is a person who does not disclose anything about herself. Very much, not very much. Oh, and if you do, you know, she knows where you're supposed to draw the line. Well, now I will say, don't give out your address and your phone number and your whole name, your real name, you know, things like that. I will say that. Social and behavioral scientists will say that. But no, she knows exactly, you know, where the line is. And anybody who goes above that, they deserve it. They deserve what they get. Do not put that out there. Do not. Let me give you some advice. Well, I don't give people advice. But seriously, putting stuff out there like that, really? Anyway, and you're going to point out other people's bad behaviors. Wow. Yes, and now I am pointing out your bad behaviors. So, how does it feel? Oh my goodness. Anyway, she said some word that I hadn't heard since, and it was, I really do believe it was local. And just had that thing about it, but it wasn't like piddly-o. I have to laugh about that one, because I saw a video, it was a few years ago. It was about things that Texans say that others don't understand, or something like that. And it was to a couple from somewhere in the UK. Okay, that's all I remember, because, yeah. But I don't remember the channel name, any of that. But anyway, one of them, they would spell them out, I think, you know, put them on, spelled out, and then they'd go into it, you know, like turn the page kind of thing, number 3 or whatever. And one of them was piddly-o. And at first I said, what? You know, I looked at it and read it, and I said, what in the world? I'm Texan, okay, born and raised Texan, and I really, to me, it's funny when people say born and bred. Do they listen to what they're saying? But anyway, I was born and raised in Texas. You know, I can be that too. Now, I can say that's bad behavior. Tongue in cheek. Anyway, it was piddly-o. I read it, I was like, huh? And then I pronounced it. So, piddly-o. Do you know what that means? And I don't know if it's just Texan either. But piddly-o is like, say, like, I'm going to use this example because I just did this last night. I made some steaks. They were so delicious. Oh my goodness. They were so delicious. And on my little grill that you put on the stovetop, it's not a little one, it takes two, but 2 burners. It's nice, it's a nice one. Anyway, I made some steaks. Now imagine if I made steaks, and it actually was this way. One was large, medium, and small, and I cooked them well done. You see what I'm saying? And the little one. Now, if I had handed somebody else was doing it, or I had handed somebody the small one, and that person says, "I don't want that piddly-o thing," you know, they want the larger one. They don't want to be thought of as, you deserve this. You know, you deserve the little stuff. You don't deserve the good one. You see, I mean, it can be used in different ways, but I'm just giving that one as an example. Or I should say that, because if I don't say I'm just giving this an example, that's a good reason for them to pounce on me, but then to say the other people have the bad behaviors. Yeah. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? But she said it wasn't piddly-o that she said. It was something else. And I'm telling you, I wish I had written it down. Now I could go, don't tell me that, because they're going to make a whole video that I just don't go back and watch their whole video, like 2 or 3 hours, however long, because they do go on. And to search for that needle in the haystack, yeah. Now, if I were a real reporter, which I'm not a reporter, have I ever said that? No, I don't have a problem saying I'm not a reporter, but some of these, yeah. Anyway, but no, that moment was over. I don't need to do all that. Anyway, I was going to end this with, you know, that people like this, that can't admit that they could possibly ever be wrong. I can admit it. I know I probably have been. I know some of the things I say now, it was different a few years ago. That's called growth for some people. Some people, some of it was just, I was wrong, and I changed my mind, and I moved on. Or some of it was just modified as I grew. And some of it was, I'm being a hypocrite. You know? Yeah, I can admit it. You're just a troll. That's all it is. You're just a troll. Well, that's kind of sick, and not in a good way. I wanted to end it on that. Oh no, did I use it wrong? That gives them good reason they can attack. And then point out other people's bad behaviors. Talk to y'all in another video. Oh, I forgot. Well, I'll start off with that I had made a video on this other topic before, and not just one recently. And that was about when you see somebody who is, say, my age. To me, this is how I see about it. I'm not saying everybody should. I'm saying this is how I see it. But if I see somebody around my age who's trying to use, words, slang. Let me just go back to that saying. I'm going to call it all slang. That is from somebody like a teenager or early 20s, and they're doing that. But there's a combination of behaviors too. That, and say they have behaviors like a histrionic. Okay, those kinds of behaviors. I see that as not good, because they do have those combined behaviors. Okay. Now, say, let's reverse it. Say there is someone who is in their early 20s, and they're dressing, and they're dressing as though they're in their 50s, 60s, 80s, 90s. You see, and using the terminology from that generation. That, in a way, but it has the combination of the other types of behaviors, that there's something amiss there. Okay. Oop, I used that word wrong. I can't get off that. But yeah, there are situations. I remember I was sitting in a class years ago in graduate school. I was taking extra, I was a career student, and 20-something years of taking classes, yeah. Undergraduate, graduate, yeah. And there were these two young women. They were probably still teenagers, maybe 20, 21 max. Well, they would have to be probably 20, 21. Yeah, they would have to be at least 20 or 21 to be in graduate classes, I believe. Anyway, but they were behaving. I remember saying back then that they were behaving like as though they were in their 40s. Well, I'm in my 50s, and many of the people in I'm almost 60. They don't. It changes. It does. And I got a whole video I want to make about, how wrong I was to think just like that they were acting like they were in their late 40s. No, it may have been that they were behaving more like they were in their late 50s or early 60s. Yeah, I can say it. I was wrong. But we shouldn't really. But when there is that big of a gap, okay, that huge of a gap from, if it's just from one generation to the next, a family generation, I never like to call them that, but, like from mother to daughter, that's not as bad. But when it's from, say, mother to grandchild or great-grandchild, and they're trying to be like them, or vice versa, you could look at it and say, something's not right there. Could. I would say so. Anyway, now I'm going to wrap it all up. But those need to go into deeper. If I can find that video, maybe. Anyway, I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.